Do you want to know how you can attract love, more love, consciously in your life with your feminine energy? Then watch this video. My name is Nicole Elissa. I am a intuitive love coach. I help success-driven women from all over the world attract love, and I want and attract your soulmate with from your power and not from tricks and gimmicks. Okay, I'm a big believer in you leading your life authentically, how you want to lead it. And authenticity is important. And at the same time, there are skill sets that we can build, that we can learn, that we can hone in, that will almost sharpen your skill set, like your feminine skill set. So I'm excited to connect with you. If you notice that I look a little bit weird, I don't feel that well yet. I'm still recovering. I want to thank everybody for your comments. I knew that I was going to get sick, and but I just didn't have a way to leave the place at the moment. Like there was a storm, and but anyways, I'm here, and I needed to do this video because it was just too much. I'm still recovering, but I needed to do something. And the first sign of recovery for me is the fact that I started to connect and tap it into downloads and things that I wanted to share with you. So this might be a short video. I just wanted to connect with you. I hope that it connects and that it supports you. Cleaning the house a little bit because I was sick. I've extended the deadline for the intuition program and with the help of your angels. And that program has to do a lot with personal power, and that's what we're going to be talking about today too as well. So if you're interested in that or working in my new program that I'm launching, attracting emotionally available men, attracting your soulmate, attracting your partner, there is a discount that's available, $300 off. So there's going to be a link for you to either join the intuition program with the help of your angels. And if you wanted to connect with me and talk with me to be part of the Attract Emotionally Available Men program, the link is going to be there available for us to connect and talk to see if it's the right fit. And you have the opportunity to get the $300 off by this Saturday. And I'm excited because it's the first long program that I'm launching in the year, because I've said, I wanted to work on so many different things this year. So it's going to be really exciting. So with that being said, I'm going to start. So, okay. To attract more love with your feminine energy, it's important to understand and to connect with the energy of personal leadership. There's been in my heart this awareness of how unconsciously, when a woman wants to empower herself and attract love, and she goes online and she starts reading PDFs, watching videos, watching a ton of videos, trying to implement, what she sees that's currently maybe not working or not, aligning with what she wants. Number one, there could be information overload to start with. But then I feel like we kind of hit either a ceiling of how we are taught to learn things, even from high school or school in general. And depending on how you grew up, how you were taught to learn, whether that's because how your parents taught you or your school, your environment taught you, this is the thing about how things are can be different regardless of the information that you accumulate online. And it's why information about feminine energy is not just a 1, 2, 3 step. You have to go inward. So depending on that, you could have learned to memorize things. Others might have learned to compete, even with the teacher, to compete and try to be the best and try to be better. And so some of that energy of trying to be the best and trying to be better can be encoded in present day now as you are trying to attract love and you want to attract love. So you're come from, as you're trying to learn might have some error, like you might be erring in it, but because nobody's talking about this, you might not be aware. So you have to first and foremost become aware of what are your motives behind when you're learning when it comes to your feminine energy to attract love. You want to become very much aware of that. So that's one thing. So on one side, your motives could come from comparison. And one of the main messages that I was getting from the angels for this video is comparison is a thief of joy. So how often does it, I'm hearing it seeps in. So how often comparison seeps in your learning. But I want you to understand that the comparison as a thief of joy is the nemesis, you could say, of feminine energy. Feminine energy is the awareness that you are enough, just as you are. So this is something that can be very insidious, unconscious for you, and you need to become more aware of that. This is something and the other thing that I wanted to say is, so we were talking about, being motivated by comparison as you're learning, being the better person. You might have learned to memorize, which is the other example that I wanted to give, which is a very different one because memorizing, somewhere in that energy, you weren't taught that you could trust your skills, that you could learn things. So somewhere you're not feeling safe to be you, to fully express yourself. That could be dangerous. You need to become awake up to that. Because when you learn to memorize, you might have been in an environment that didn't make you feel safe. So you learn, I have to obey or have to follow things to a T to get what I want. And you might be trying to learn or attract more love, but from an angle of, I need to be better. This is different. One is I have to be the best, and this one is I need to be better. And there might be some unconscious, like self-attack that you might have in your energy. And then there's a blockage to your third eye with that one where you can give your power to the person that you're learning to. It's like, oh, I'm really honestly saying that this is this way because this other person told me that's how it is. And I'm not wronging you. I'm creating a safe space. I was brought up in an environment that was similar to that. I was taught to memorize. And whenever I try to follow my own voice or learn different ways, I struggled a lot with feeling dumb or stupid unconsciously, like growing up. And I'm here to tell you that you're not, like, there's nothing dumb about you. There's nothing, this is part of like the insidious energy where I told you that like we are in our feminine energy guided to think that you're not reliable. So part of the healing for you is knowing that you are reliable so that you can feel safer receiving your own downloads and trusting it and not being shamed or chastised for what you know or mocked or ridiculed. We all, when it comes to building our capacity to attract more love, you would be surprised at how much this energy because I've worked with really successful women that have this energy. But this creates a ceiling for you and a cap in regards to what you let yourself receive because you're taught not to really trust in yourself, which tells me that somewhere in your energy, there's somebody who controls you, manipulates you. I'm hearing pulls the strings because they want you to need them. So you might be doing a lot of different things. Maybe you're working in a corporate environment and somebody just wants you not to totally believe in yourself because they want you to work for them and their pursuits. So part of all of this is to wake up in consciousness, to know that you're powerful, to not, stay in that energy. So that is one angle. And then the other angle is, and I hope that this is working. I'm starting to freak out a little bit because like the last few times the microphone was not working that well. For the person who just joined, can you please tell me if you're hearing me well? That would mean everything so that I can I know, and I can act accordingly. So this is an important message because, yeah, feminine energy, power, comparison being the thief of joy. So we have some of these ways in which we learn, and this impacts you as you're trying to learn all these things online. So this is the thing that I discovered about love over the like, yeah, I'm going for 9 years doing this work day in and day out. Life will mirror to you some of your most unconscious belief systems, most unconscious ones. And so I'm not talking about abuse. I'm not saying anything about abuse because I want to really highlight, and I'm saying some of your most unconscious belief systems, the ones that you really need to heal so that you can become more, attract more, receive more, hold more, okay? More love. Matching it into the energy of being loved for who you are, okay? There was another example that I wanted to use in regards to learning. So, yeah, some women are on a overdrive energy of needing to collect information to be the better woman. It's a competitive anything. And Archangel Raphael, he's very blunt. He's the archangel of healing, but he's also very sweet and gentle. But how I first knew him was very blunt. And he said to me, Nicole, like, you haven't attracted X, Y, or Z because you're trying to almost like get your mom's attention. And I realized that there's this phrase that Michael Bernard Beckwith says, consciousness precedes form. If how you're trying to manifest things, there's an element of lack running the show on the inside. You have, it's like I'm hearing the word a pendulum. You have to know that that energy is going to continue to show up until you heal it, you know? And you want to come from, you want to attract love from abundance, not from scarcity, okay? So there's so much about feminine consciousness as how it's being taught nowadays that has an element of scarcity, an element of lack consciousness. So the first thing that I wanted to say is, as you're learning, because everybody else is talking to you about like how you need to show up, how you need to look. I'm telling you, I'm talking about the things that like have a weight vibrationally that attract like a long term. We are taught, as we're taught, this is the other example I'm just remembering that I wanted to share about learning, is that society teaches us to look at things through the lens of a consumer, not as the owner of our lives. And as women, sometimes you can go to a program, to a course, as a consumer, let me see what this person has to say. The joke's on you. You need to wake up if you are trying to do your life from the angle of a consumer. And notice how my body is going like consumer energy. You're not a consumer to your life. You're not a consumer. You're not a consumer to your love life. The joke is on you. That's the surest fire like way for you to lose in life, in your love life, if you are just simply showing up as a consumer. Okay? Because you need to be able, I'm hearing, to have your own thoughts and show up in your life. And everything that you take on, I'm hearing critical thinking, you need to be able to question the status quo and what you're learning. That is the most valuable gift that you can give yourself in your love life. I'm not saying be angry. I'm not saying don't ever learn from somebody. No, I'm saying learn with critical thinking in mind. Ask God and your angels and your higher self, source, whoever you want to call it, Mother Earth, to show you the people that you can learn from that are going to help you specifically in your journey to attract love, the love that is right for you, the best, highest quality love for you. Because when there's so much information overload, as it is nowadays, You go to certain apps, you know which ones I'm talking about, where you just scroll and people are coming to you and telling you all of their unprocessed trauma, right? Or they're saying things like men are the worst, that, all of that negative energy. You have to pay attention to what you're quote unquote consuming. You have to pay attention to that vibrationally because you need to have a very sharp mind and a spirit about you where I'm hearing you have to be rebellious. I don't know if it's the full moon in Aquarius or what. I have a Mercury. I speak with Aquarius energy, and I was raised around Aquariuses. And I tell you, there's so much out there that can confuse your thinking as a woman when we've already gone through that growing up as a kid. So you have to really and truly be very discerning about what you're learning. So always use your intuition. Ask God, your source, the angels, your higher self, Mother Earth, to always guide you. Guide me to the people that can show me things. Guide me to the right people. And always, take what resonates, disregard the rest, and grow and increase your critical thinking. Okay? That is the most valuable gift that I can give you. Nowadays, there's so many people going back to personal power where people are siphoning your energy. There's so many dynamics of power where people have to present themselves as I know it all. And if you're not careful, if you're shaking your foundation of your knowing when it comes to love, you might be giving them power to them. So you don't want to walk through the world with fear. You want to walk, I'm hearing, through the world with your softness, the clarity of your feminine energy, and that even like in your softness, you are attracting the exact love, care, nurturing, and protection that you genuinely want. Okay? Don't let anyone force their pain onto you. If you cannot, be very humble with yourself right now. If you cannot listen to other people's stories and situations that are very real and valid, but without taking it on, be very mindful. What you need to learn then is how to build and attract your life to you, what you want. Okay. So this is an important skill set. And as I was saying, we're taught to be consumers. But I want you to be aware of the consumer energy and when it pertains to femininity and attracting love. Do not be hearing seduced by the idea of control and power and manipulation and scarcity. How do I say this? Give me 1 second. So basically, if you show up to a coach, a therapist, somebody that's just a consumer, you have to understand that you also have to be able to build your personal power. And within that, you're going to be okay. You have to be okay with making mistakes, but trust that you have a connection. And this is the main thing that has helped me because we need to have a better relationship with making mistakes. You have to know that God, source, your angels are with you and they're not shaming you, because sometimes we project onto God, source, and the angels the relationship around shame that we've learned over time where we have to be perfect, and we feel and we project that relationship onto God, source, and the angels where you feel like they're constantly chastising you. We're telling you you should know this and you should do this, and everything is always about learning and never about receiving. No, it's about knowing that you are lovable, safe to make mistakes, and safe to attract no matter what. The real work is feeling safe to attract, to receive. It's not about perfection, it's about unlearning perfection. So this energy of consuming, that's why I would always encourage you whenever you work with me or with somebody else, I'm an ally. I want to help you. I can tell you what I can see that's happening uniquely to you. Part of the coaching that I do with my clients is that we do not only the coaching, the clearing, but we also have a time in between sessions where we connect over an application called Voxer. So we have voice notes, we text each other, and I'm there to support you. And that's one of the value adds that my clients have with me. But I always say to my clients, I can help you, but I want to help you kind of like a flower, to trust your voice, your knowing. And if there's anything unconscious, even if there's karma just means unhealed energy, something that's deeply unconscious to you, nothing dramatic about it, or there's unconsciousness in everything. I will help you see it. You have to come in with the awareness, I'm a powerful person, Nicole. I want to get to the next step in my life. I want to go for more. It's helping. It's not me just teaching you things and you just have to like sit down. That's why I say how we learn in school is important. That energy can get triggered in you and you just show up and be like, I have to take notes, I have to follow it. And it's so ingrained in our society, because we see even with coaches and football players, etc., where if at least it happens here that way, if the team doesn't do well, oh, let's just blame and shame the coach or the teacher or whoever. It's not about blaming or shaming. You can't learn through blaming and shaming. You can't grow. You can't blossom. So it's not about that. It's about helping. It's about assisting. Where is it? I'm going to help you achieve your dreams. Like you have a bold vision of your love life, then let's go manifest that. And I can help you manifest your wildest dreams in love. So I ask you to always remember that, to never show up just as a consumer, because a consumer can come with an attitude of just entitlement, or it can simply be that you're coming in with the awareness of, I can't know all of this. I have to learn strictly from I have to follow things to a T, as this person is saying. No, the highest form of knowledge is I don't know what I don't know, a willingness to learn. Okay, that's important. Learning is important, but you have to know who you learn from, and also activate your intuition so that you can receive direct information from God, source, and your angels that wants to help you. And you have to release those points of fear in your system that impact your feminine energy, where it makes you feel confused, like I'm hearing bamboozled. You want to have deeper clarity within yourself, okay? So as I've been saying, scarcity is important to release out of our system, in our thinking, in our feminine energy. We can't truly want to embody our feminine energy and try to operate through scarcity. So I'm hearing control. So it's a call up to release fear from your consciousness so that more clarity and more knowing can come through you. So what does that look like? How does scarcity show up in our thinking? I'm hearing hoarding, collecting energy, like I have to have all the PDFs, have to have all the information. Yes, accumulate, but just check in the energy room which you're coming from. That might be a little bit bigger than I can access right now as how I'm recovering. But pay attention to the energy, because, okay, I'm getting it. Your real power comes from feeling the love, being able to feel the love in your energy, to like the love, the God love, the angel love, the higher self love, the Mother Earth love, the ocean love, feeling the love around you, not in accumulating information and being perfect. That's what I'm getting. Like you might try to collect information, but you have to feel the love, because what will really attract love to you is having an open energy, having an open heart, an energy that expects the love, supports the love, believes in the love, is confident in what she's attracting no matter what. It's about being in your power and knowing that you're loved, being able to feel that, taking it from theory to experience. Okay? And that's why no matter what you've lived, you can attract this. And that's why I do coaching and I do clearing work to help you realign with feeling the energy of love, because it's about soothing your nervous system, your intuition, like your unconsciousness, to trust the energy of love and boldly attract it even more. So scarcity, awareness of scarcity in our thinking and in our programming is crucial. I wanna find the right words because this is an important message. Okay. So one of the main messages that I got before I started this video was to explain an energy of a win-win and how this deeply impacts the feminine. Sometimes, let's be honest, scarcity, when we're talking about winning energy, scarcity, and we have to be honest and humble. I want us to look at ourselves, examine ourselves. When we're thinking about the energy of winning, we are thinking of being above another person, getting something, and the majority of the time, the other person losing. So if you, if you, give me 1 second, if you operate under the energy of I don't have enough, no matter how much you have, because I'm talking, you could be making 8 figures, 7 figures, however amount of money, like 5 figures, 6 figures, it doesn't matter. But you're operating, this is the thing about love, and this is the spiritual aspect of love too, that you cannot escape. You can't escape it. Life, that's why I say life will reflect back to you, the ego, the unconsciousness. And because you are living under that structure so much, you might not want to look at it. You might think, but I'm doing everything to attract love. But your consciousness, the energy, when you're trying to win, if you're trying to win, you're trying to get something from another person. And it's not an equal give and take. Energetically and vibrationally, that scarcity, and this is a part that you miss, I'm seeing a balance and a scale. By operating in scarcity, by operating with a taking energy, because you are believing that you are in scarcity, that scale will balance itself out and you will see that scarcity reflected somewhere else in your life. One of my favorite books is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Deeply recommend it. It's just life. Consciousness precedes form, as I was saying. Operate from an energy of win-win. As you're learning, as you're embarking in this journey to attract love, when you're working with a coach, a teacher, a therapist, a healer, etc., you have to be able to see when you are operating from scarcity. You have to. I cannot stress myself, I can say I can be an ally. But these are the things that people don't necessarily want to look at. So when you're trying to attract love and you have a partner, the way in which you're operating in scarcity is going to show up in your relationship. It will. I promise you that it will. And you might try to change men. You might try to do the work to change men, to control your partner. All of it's coming from scarcity. Got to change yourself. You have to become more abundant in your energy. But I'm getting something about learning and how we stop. And when we reach, I'm getting the age of like 38, or I'm here 56, we stop learning, or it can, for whoever this resonates, whoever watches this video, don't ever stop learning. And you have the courage, the power to not operate from scarcity. You want love. Love is an abundant energy. And I'm hearing it's sexy. It's attractive when you are not operating in scarcity. And so if you are operating from an energy of scarcity, entitlement, we all need to examine this, okay? This is a growth point for us. I promise you, I don't know, I'm hearing very important messages. Like sometimes as women, we learn about like, I have to win, I have to be the best. And what do I get? I'm here, what do I get? But what do you give? What are you giving? Are you willing to grow in your giving? Who is this for? But I'm here to tell you, like, are you willing to grow in your giving? Because I'm hearing a strong message. I'm hearing you constantly wanting to receive, but are you willing to grow in your giving? And I mean, I hear somebody say, ouch. And don't feel bad, because whoever said ouch, you actually have that the seed. You can actually, whoever said this, you have the seed within you because you're capable of looking within yourself. And that ouch response is a healthy one because it means that you're willing to learn. As women, we have to also look at our capacity to give. How do we give? With a happy heart, with a trusting heart, meaning are we stingy? You want to receive in love? Are you willing to give? So I want you to feel into this, because this stingy energy, this scarcity energy can even show up even when you're trying to learn. And like I said, like you're the person who loses when you're like in stingy energy, even when you're trying to learn about love. How does that help you? You're only portraying your trust issues onto the container, but there are the things that you need to work on. Not even the teacher, the coach, the mentor, the book. People are going to go on with their lives. You need to take responsibility for you. Love is this thing where people just want it. We have the consumer mentality. We want the love. We want to consume. We want to get all the love. But do we have the capacity to grow that love? Do we have the maturity to do it? I'm getting to say, if you are tired of attracting emotionally unavailable men or immature men, where is it that you also need to grow in your emotional maturity to receive and give more? It's not about just take, let it, give me. You have to build your capacity not only to receive healthy, like in a healthy way, in a gracious way, and also your capacity to give. So there's nuances in what we get to learn and to embody when it comes to energy and when it comes to being. I'm getting to say the example of the lottery, like winning the lottery. And you know how they say when you win the lottery, a lot of people just lose the money? Because there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to build the energy, the mindset of a person that can grow, like receive something and takes it and grows it. Okay? And I'm seeing an example of somebody who is very good at handling money, but to a point where it's like stressful and you can't enjoy it, be blissful about it. We have to take our learning to a point where it reaches to bliss and not a resentment. For whoever I'm talking to, there's a point of growth there for you. We all get to receive more, basically. We all get to receive more. And there's growth points in receiving and in giving that transcend our ego and our control and our firmness. And so there's more there so that you can receive and live. I'm hearing like almost like heaven on earth. Not almost, I mean, that's what I heard. Heaven on earth. Blissful, contagious, positive, magnetic, feminine energy, attractive energy. You get to have it all. Feel and tap into that energy. Okay? So I hope that this video connects with you. If you are interested, like I said, I'm leaving the doors open for you to join. I'm thinking maybe towards the end of the month, I have to check in to see the intuition program, or at least until the 15th. So the investment is $888, or if you want to do it with a couple private sessions with me, there's a different price point there as well. This is the only time that I'm doing this program live. Remember, it's a power program for women so that you can grow in your power and your knowing, and fear no longer hijacks your consciousness, or you're attracting people who want to really see you whole. And so the link is in the description. And also, if you want to work with me in attract emotionally available men, the first time that I'm doing a program like this program is going to be is going to be 3 months. So I may not this year, because I've been transitioning and doing a lot of different, courses, etc. And but this is a live program where we get to do the coaching and clearing, and you're gonna get the $300 discount by if you join by this weekend. I have some dates available for us to connect. Um, and I would be delighted to connect with you. Please let me know how this video has supported you. And if you're interested in the Goddess Affirmations, the subconscious affirmation tracks, they're $11 each, 11.11, and they're super fun. And I'm working on one for dates too. So I'm excited, and I hope that this video connects. Love is about maturity. I've been There was a time and a period where people didn't like what I was saying because I was calling out a lot of stuff, and I kind of stopped. But now it's nobody's responsible for your life except you. People can help you, and sometimes what happens is that we can stay in that loop until we understand that responsibility. Love is not just something that falls on your lap. We have a lot of magical thinking when it comes to love. And hey, I'm about the angels, and I'm about love. At the same time, I'm telling you, it requires your responsibility, because no amount of magical thinking, praying about something, but not being able to hold it, like you need to be able to hold it. You need to be able to be responsible. You need to grow in that maturity. We all do. And that can be challenging, but I believe in you. I believe in myself, and we got to do what we got to do. And that's the main thing that my dad taught me. And it's the most valuable lesson. People who get things done and who receive things and who grow them, it's not just that they're lucky or that they're special. They also have to know how to nurture and grow everything that they have in their lives. They have a positive expectation around love and their energy. And that's what I wanted to share. So I'm sending you much love. Remember, the link is going to be underneath, like here in the description. And I hope that you connect with this video. Keep sending like your prayers. I'm sorry to feel better. I don't like feeling this way. I needed to sit down and just do something. And I hope that this message connected with you. Take care.